Let's play a game, shall we? So the game is I want to fill an 8-car garage for €100,000. And when I say €100,000, that means cars that are exclusively for sale in Ireland. No importing because it's just not worth it anymore. Thanks to our ridiculous registration tax. And the trick to this €100,000 car garage is I want to fill it with 8 cars of each cylinder count. So I want a 2-cylinder, 3-cylinder, 4-cylinder, 5-cylinder, 6-cylinder, 8-cylinder, 10-cylinder, and 12-cylinder. We'll skip 16 cylinders because I think the only thing that will get us into that category would be a Bugatti, and I don't think our €100,000 fictional budget will squeeze that. I think the smaller cylinder ones are actually going to be more difficult than the larger cylinder ones. I think some of the maybe 2 and 3 and 5 especially cylinder ones will be difficult to find at a reasonable price. Whereas I think we might get like a 12-cylinder shitbox for something quite cheap just to squeeze us over the line. So we will start with the small ones. We'll go in numerological, is that a word? Order, and we'll go from small to large. Let's begin. Fun. So 2 cylinders. I think so. The marketplaces I'll be using on the internet's online. So we have Done Deal. So again, if you're not Irish, I'll explain it. Like Done Deal will be similar, I suppose, to say Gumtree. In other countries are Craigslist. And if you're from the United States of America land, and we have CarZone, which will be similar to say Auto Trader, Facebook Marketplace, everyone's aware of. Cars Ireland, which will be again similar to Auto Trader. And then we have adverts.ie, which again will be similar to say a Gumtree or something like that. And then of course there's Facebook Marketplace, which will entertain, but that's a dark road to go down. So allow us to begin. 2 cylinders. So those 2-cylinder engines were going to be restricted to Fiat Twin Air stuff. Fiat 500s, Pandas, some larger Fiat 500s that aren't really 500s, the L, I'm not going to entertain them because all of this garage is fictional. It's stuff that I'd like to actually want to own and buy and possibly drive. And I think there was it in the Alfa Romeo Mito? The Alfa Romeo Mito, that'll be a cool little car. See, that might be the only way we can squeeze an Alfa Romeo in. Unless we get a nice tasty one in the V6 section. We shall see. But, so let's see if we can get ourselves an Alfa Romeo Mito. 3 Alfa Romeo Mitos for sale on CarZone, which I say is equivalent to our Auto Trader. That says a lot about the sales of Mitos. I've never used Facebook Marketplace before for anything, for obvious reasons. Can you not select your... Can you not select your manufacturer and model? You just scroll through what's for sale. Oh, bollocks to that. Okay, the search for Alfa Romeo Mitos. Done Deal has thrown up 1 with the twin air engine. CarZone has thrown up 3 Alfa Romeo Mitos in total. Again, 1 with the twin air engine. That's the same one as it's on Done Deal. Again, the same one on CarZone. And Adverts has brought up none. Okay, so we have the choice of 1 Alfa Romeo Mito. It's a black car, 2015 with 61,000 miles on it. It looks pretty good, Nick. 10,995. It's expensive. I like the Mito, but 11 grand. I think we're going to have to go down the Fiat route. Pleasantly, there's quite a few 500s with the twin air engine for sale. The entry price in seems to be about just a little over 5 grand. A little more promising than the Mito. Ooh, Fiat 500, 1972. Oh, this is good. All right, so all Fiat 500s were 2 cylinders. Okay, we have a winner. A 2-cylinder car has been found. I don't need to look any further. 1972 Fiat 500L. It's clearly, it must have been restored. What does the ad say? It's very, very tidy. 44,000 kilometers. By jingo. It's NTT till December 2026. That's our MOT for anyone who isn't from Ireland. Taxed, warranted. Wonderful. Okay, we have found our 2-cylinder car. We're off to the races. A Fiat 500 from 1972, and we're gonna pay asking price for these, because I'm not gonna start ringing people going, hey, can we haggle for this fictional car I'm going to buy? We're going to just go with the prices advertised for, to keep things simple. So okay, 8950 from our 100,000. So that will leave us our budget down to 91,050 euro. Boom. Okay, we have our first car. Right, 3 cylinders. So there's a couple of 3-cylinder cars I think I want to get. Well, there are 2 options I'd like to try and get in. I think they're going to be expensive. That's why I said I think some of these smaller cylinder options are going to be difficult. Of course, there's a plethora of 3-cylinder diesels which probably wouldn't be too expensive, but to be honest, I don't think I want to own any of them. I'd love either a Lupo or an Audi A2 3L. The cool kind of, the 3L stood for 3 litres per 100 kilometers. The A2 especially, well, both of them, the Lupo and the A2, are cool little cars. But they were never officially sold in right-hand drive markets, and even in left-hand drive markets, they're pretty rare. So I'm not even going to entertain that. I know there's none for sale. So there's 2 other options that we could go for. I'm thinking the first thing I'm going to look for is a BMW i8. Now, that would fit my 3-cylinder. There's another option, so we shall see what the prices are like. Okay, BMW i8. Let's sort by lowest price. See what we can squeeze in. 55,000 euro. It's going to take a big dent out of our budget. But then I think the other option I'm going to go for is also going to take a big dent out of our budget. I like the i8. I know a divided opinion, but I think it's a great looking car, and I think the technology was a little bit ahead of the game. But I think they're cool. They're quite flash. Unfortunately, here in Ireland as well, they have a bit of a reputation of being associated with Conor McGregor, which I think, yeah, that might put me off getting an i8. So let's see what we can think of. Let's see what we can get for the other option I'm thinking of, which is going to fulfill something I must have in my garage, which is a hot hatch. So let us have a look. I think you all know which one I'm going for. Begins with a Y and has a sub name beginning with a G. Of course, I'm talking about the GR Yaris. Price low to high again. 59,950. It's a little bit more expensive than our i3. That's probably, I think it's cooler, isn't it? The 4-wheel drive homologation special that never was. 59,550, 59,950, 59,995. We're getting into the 60s now. Okay, let's get. There's 2 for 59,950. One's in Wexford, one's in Dublin, one's in Vector Motors. I know Vector Motors. They're a pretty well respected dealership. And it's white. Not the. I think I'd have a white one. The one in Dublin's actually got less mileage than the one in Wexford too. Okay, yeah, this is going to be my 3-cylinder option. It's outrageously expensive. It's going to take a big dent into our 100 grand budget. But I love the GR Yaris. I think we all love the GR Yaris. I need a hot hatch for sure, and I need a 3-cylinder car. And yeah, we're doing it. Okay, I'm getting this white GR Yaris. Ooh, that's a lot of money. So 59,950 out of our 91,050 euro we have left. 59,950. Okay, we're down to 31,100 euro, and we currently have 2 of our 8-car garage. But let's keep the faith. I believe this can be done. I do. So 4-cylinder is next. So obviously, this is going to be, the world is our oyster when it comes to 4-cylinder cars. Now, having spent nearly 60 grand on our 3-cylinder car, I'm going to set the maximum budget for our 4-cylinder car to 500 euro. I've been trawling the classifieds a lot recently to actually buy a real car. And buying cheap cars is a very difficult task these days. They're almost non-existent. But let's see what we can get for 500 quid. We'll start with Facebook Marketplace on this one, because I think we obviously filter by price. Let's see what it has to offer. So we'll start at put €10 in just as our bottom, and we'll put 500 in as our max. Okay, that is a bicycle. €450 for a Peugeot 206. What could possibly be wrong with it? No tax, no NCT drive, very good new battery. Does that mean it does drive? There's a few creases in the bodywork. Doesn't look terrible. Nothing of the inside. I don't know. No tax, no NCT drive. So does it work? It's another rule I'm going to put into this game, is that it has to at least be a drivable car. Okay, no, we're not getting this Peugeot 206. Ooh, a 6N2 Polo. I have a soft spot for the 6N2 Polo. I had a 1 litre, a blue one. I've had 2 GTIs. I just think, I know some people are going to say, it's just a Volkswagen Polo. Ooh, Polo, 1.4 diesel. The car runs very well. It's clean. It doesn't have any problems. It doesn't have NCT and tax. Maybe I'm going to go revoke my rule about having NCT. The fact that this is the diesel, the 1.4 TDI Polo 6N2 appeals to me quite a bit. I'm taking this. I'm gonna assume it's in good working order. I might buy this for real. It's in Dublin. No, let's not jump the gun yet, but that is an option. 1.4 TDI Polo, because it's €500, which will be nice for our budget, because that Yaris surely did kick us. Honda Civic for €250. That's obviously Banjaxed. EP3. No, he's just selling the alloys and the tyres. Don't need to worry about that. Ooh, Fiat Multipla for €450. It's a facelift. I couldn't bring myself to buy a Multipla, a Fiat facelifted Multipla. It's the OG or nothing else. Damn, I think I'm going to have to come off my €500 budget on this one. Because now I'm realising there actually are some interesting 4-cylinder cars I might want to buy. Will I get an Audi A2? Are there any for sale? There are 2. Well, this one's nice. 85,000 kilometers. It's white, which wouldn't be my first optional colour. It's got some of the nice alloy wheels. NCT'd until October. Right, okay, I'm sold. This is my 4-cylinder car. I might have to buy this in real life. God, I shouldn't be playing this game. I'm going to save this out. Okay, we have our winner for our 4-cylinder car, an Audi A2, because I genuinely want to own one of these in real life. I might actually have to buy this one. It's pretty bog standard. It does have alloy wheels at least. €2,200 and it's NCT'd. Okay, we have a winner for the 4-cylinder. We're getting ourselves an Audi A2. How much? €2,200. More money than I should be spending. Let's go 2200. So now we're down to 28,900. And now we've got a difficult one on our hands. 5-cylinder. So obviously we've got Volvos, some Audis, and some Volkswagen products. The Beetle and the Golf V5. Okay, let's have a look. We're going to struggle for a 5-cylinder. There are Volvo diesels, but they're expensive. We're looking at 18 grand for a Volvo diesel. 9950 for a D5 Active XC90. Okay, it's going to have to be an option. I do like the XC90. Audi RS3, of course. Unfortunately, none of those are in budget. Cheapest one I can find, 46,900, and that would completely break the bank. This game is much harder than I was expecting it to be. I know I said I wasn't going to go import, but this 5-cylinder thing's becoming a bit difficult. So I think I'm going to have to import. Let's have a look at how much the VRT would be on this. 1999, Northern Irish car, 123,000 miles, 8 previous owners. Mark IV Volkswagen Golf, V5 petrol, good example. An original V5, running and driving perfect, just after being serviced. Head not long after being fully rebuilt. You look at that as a good or a bad thing. I'm going to take it as a good thing. Loads of new parts, original Montreal wheels, it's supposed to be Montreal. Bodywork in good condition, no time wasters. 3250 our closest offer. Okay, we can assume he'll take $3,000 for it. Okay, and it is a manual, which is that's good. I like the Mark IV Golf too. I think it's a timeless design. The GTI was obviously a lot of bollocks. I would be okay. I wouldn't turn my nose up at a Mark IV Golf GTI, but I would take the GTI badge off it and just consider it a very well spec'd, mildly quick Golf. Calling it a GTI is a bit disrespectful to the GTI badge. Getting off topic. So a manual V5, we're going to say $3,000 he's going to take for it. I know I said we weren't going to go, we were just going to go with, but he's mentioned the ad specifically or nearest offer. So $3,000. So let's check the registration tax. 1999, so I assume it's the pre-facelift. 150 horsepower from a 2.35 cylinder. My word. Will sound absolutely delicious though. Thirsty as well. What was that, 129,000 miles. 1,420. That's not as expensive as I was anticipating. And we won't have to pay the VAT on it because it's a Northern Irish car. Okay, so let's do benefit of the doubt with the giving them $3,000 for it and 1,420. We'll put that at an even $4,500 out of the budget, which that's not too bad. Okay, minus 4,500. We're down to 24,400. And we found our 5-cylinder car. I think that's going to be was going to be the most difficult car to find. So we have a Mark V V5 Golf. So we have a 5-cylinder. So what we've got our 2, our 3, our 4, and our 5. 6. Okay. 6 should be interesting. There should be a lot of options for 6. But our budget is getting low now. We're down to less than $25,000 and we still have 6, 8, 10, and 12 to go. Okay. 6 cylinders. I would like an Alpha V6, a Buso. Okay, let's have a look. A Brera, a 4-wheel drive Brera, 3.2 V6 Q4, 7950. Good looking car. 3.2 V6. I know that old adage that Clarkson always came along with, you're not a petrol head until you've owned an Alpha, so we probably should have an Alpha in this list. I do think that's a lot of bullshit. You can happily be a car enthusiast and never have owned an Alfa Romeo. But then again, the man has made a career speaking in hyperbole. Okay, this is an option. It's a good looking car. 3.2 V6, that's 4-wheel drive as well. That's kind of cool. Okay, that's an option. That is an option, but I can't rule out straight 6 BMWs. Ooh. There's a Brera S Pro Drive Edition. Apparently that's the peak Brera. I've never driven one obviously, but it's been fettled by Pro Drive. They of World Rally and Dakar fame. $10,000. So it's a chunk more than the other Brera. Not massively so, but by God, it's a lot cooler. It's in Cork. Is it on Irish plates? Please say it's on Irish plates. It is on Irish plates, so that's a good thing. We don't have to. Okay, this. I'm just going to close the other Brera because if I'm getting a Brera, it's this one, the Pro Drive one. Okay, that's most certainly an option. I can't look away from BMWs though. So let's have a look. Ooh, a 525i 4750. Here's another car I might have to buy in real life. Okay, this 525i is pretty well spec'd. It's got the digital climate control, multifunction steering wheel, cruise control. It's a manual. Oh, part of me wants a V6 Alfa Romeo for $10,000. If I'm going to get one that's for sale, it would have to be that Pro Drive Brera. $10,000. This is 4750. This E39. Okay, I'm making an executive decision. I love E39s. I've had 2 of them. The 6-cylinders either going to have to be an Alpha or a Beamer. I would love a Buso V6, but if all the ones that are for sale, it would have to be that Brera. That Brera's $10,000. And it would be front-wheel drive. Position here, I'm getting the E39. It's a 525i. Looks to be in pretty good nick. Very well spec'd. let's actually read the ad before I jump the gun here. 2001, no valid NCT. Oh, it'd be sold with a full year's NCT. Yeah, okay, it's the E39. Okay, how much is it? 4750. Okay, we have a winner there. Now we've broken the 20,000 euro mark. We're down to 19,650. Okay, but we do have, so now we need 8, 10 and 12. And we've 20 grand to play with. Okay, 8-cylinder. Can I squeeze it? I'm gonna need some form of, dare I say, supercar. 20 grand. No, I think I've ruled out supercars now, haven't I? With my budget. 8 cylinders for less. Oh God, how am I going to do this now? This is where it could get difficult again. Well, there's plenty of options for 8-cylinder cars. I'm running out of money. Something with an 8-cylinder engine that's not going to absolutely break the bank on me here now. Porsche Cayenne. Don't have any kind of off-road 4-wheel drive vehicle. I don't have anything 4-wheel drive. Okay, something 4-wheel drive. V8. We could get a Range Rover of some description. A Cayenne. Okay, let's have a look. Ooh, I'd rule out Porsches in the 6-cylinder range. No, I need a BMW straight 6. I'm sticking with my E39. Although I'm going to have to look now to see if I can afford a Porsche. A Boxster for 7.5. Okay. Takes another chunk out of my budget though then for my 8-cylinder. Ooh. Well, Boxster would be nice. Ooh. Then I have to get rid of my BMW. Is it a manual? It is. Oh God. Oh. It's on Northern Irish plates. Okay, that rules that out. But there are other ones. It's pounds. 7950 Boxster. It's just a regular Boxster. It's the 2.5. So it's the Diddy engine. Description: Porsche Boxster. Doesn't say whether it's an NCT. It's an early one. Oh. Okay, the ad is not. That's on UK plates as well. Okay. Okay, no, I'm sticking with my BMW. Porsches within budget are not jumping out at me. Okay, there's no 911. No. Okay. I was being a bit over ambitious with a Porsche for my 6-cylinder car. So okay, we can rule that out. I'm sticking with my BMW. But I might be able to get my V8. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, Porsche Cayenne S 4.5. The Cayenne might be a good choice for 4-wheel drive because we're going to get a bit of spectrum going here. What do I have so far? My 2-cylinder is my 500. That's my classic. 3-cylinder is my GR Yaris, my hot hatch. 4-cylinder is my 8.2, which is my city car. 5-cylinder, well, we just had to land on the V5 Golf for the 5-cylinder. But that can be my shit box because it's old and crap and no one's really going to care about it. It's not my shit box, my tip run car. 6-cylinder is my BMW E39, which I would, my executive, that'll be my long distance cruiser. Lovely car. Okay, so the V8 is going to be a 4x4. Okay, this is relatively cheap as Cayenne as well. This could be a risky purchase. Well, of course it's going to be a risky purchase. It's a cheap Cayenne. It's got blacked out lights. It's got black wheels. It is from a dealership though, so hopefully it looks in good nick. We must have got a manual one, but few and far between. Minus 8,900. We're down to 10,750 quid, and I have to get a 10-cylinder car and a 12-cylinder car for 10,750 euro. Okay. Right, 10 cylinders. We're not going to get an R8, and we're not going to get a Gallardo. What are 10? We're not going to get an M5, an E90 M5. Will I get any 10-cylinder diesel Volkswagen products? This could be the demise of this game. There's an RS6, 40 grand. No. This could be the stumbling block of this game. I don't think I'm going to get a 10-cylinder car. Oh God, have I met my demise? There are no 10-cylinder Volkswagens. What other 10-cylinder cars are there? Okay, 10 cylinder is going to be difficult. I don't know if I'm going to be able to manage getting a 10-cylinder car. Let's have a look for our 12-cylinder and see if we've any change left. We might have failed. Balls. Okay, I found a 12-cylinder car. It's a classic. It's on Northern Irish plates, but it's a classic. So classic VRT, as far as I'm aware, correct me if I'm wrong on this one, anyone watching, is only €400. So what's £5,500 in euro currently? So front has a purchase €6,300 plus 4, so 6,700 minus 6,700. So £4,000 I'm left with to try and find a 10-cylinder car. I don't think that's possible. €4,050 to find a 10-cylinder car. This may be the stumbling block to this game. Now maybe if I've done it the other way around and got my expensive cars first and worked the other way around, then I like some of my small capacity engines that I got at the beginning. Okay, let's not give up just yet. Oh, the 10-cylinder car is going to be. Oh, I'm going to kick out my camera. Oh, the 10-cylinder car could be the end of this. So what have we covered so far? We have our 2, our 3, our 4, our 5, our 6, our 8, and our 12. And I have a vintage car, I have a city car, I have a hot hatch, I have an executive cruiser, I have a 4x4. Okay, and I got another classic with my 12. Okay, I'm going to go loophole on this one. I know I said I was going to stick to Ireland, but just so we can try and make this work. Okay, I was going to try and cheat. So with our remaining budget of €4,050, that leaves us with a sterling equivalent of £3,500. So my trick was I was going to buy a UK car, keep it at a friend's house in the UK, and use it as a car if and when I'm visiting the UK and or the continent, and just never VRT it. So it could be my continent car, if you will. But even that, our budget just doesn't bring us any 10-cylinder cars. So I'm sorry if you have watched this video. I have failed you. I failed myself. What have we got? Okay, so we got our 2-cylinder car. We got our Fiat 500. So I got myself a classic car. I'm quite happy with that choice. It's cool. It's in really good condition. I got a vintage car and I got a 2-cylinder car. 3-cylinder car. This is probably the one that shot me in the foot the most. If I'm playing the game again, maybe I'm gonna have to get a 3-cylinder diesel and save myself a hell of a lot of cash. But I would really love a GR Yaris to fulfill that 3-cylinder bracket. So we got ourselves a hot hatch. We got a 3-cylinder, 4-cylinder, the Audi A2. That's a nice car. I might actually have to inquire about that in real life. And that got our 4-cylinder. Because obviously there's going to be endless options in 4-cylinder cars. So yeah, I'm happy with that choice. 5-cylinder was always going to be difficult, but the V5 Golf I think covered it off. I had to bend the rules a little bit to get that. Plus I like the Mark IV Golf, and that'll just be my beater essentially. 6-cylinder, got myself an E39 BMW 5 Series 525i, and a really nice spec, and it appears to be in pretty good condition. I'm happy with that because I love the E39 5 Series, so I've had a couple of them, so that's good. 5, 8. What do we get for our 8-cylinder? Oh, my Porsche Cayenne. That could be the biggest mistake of the bunch. But I got myself a 4x4. Got myself a Porsche. I got myself a V8. That's good. And then my 12-cylinder was my classic Jag XJS, which we should be able to VRT because it's a classic. And we had change of €4,050, but we couldn't get ourselves a 10-cylinder. So if you enjoyed this, let me know, because maybe I'll play again and I'll try and save myself some money with a 3-cylinder and get a diesel 3-cylinder and see if we can squeeze in our 10-cylinder car. Hope you enjoyed this. We'll play again. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.